Hi guys and welcome back to another DrAce video, and today we're going to be playing MotoGP 23. It is time for round 4 of our Moto3 career mode. It is time for one of my favourite tracks, Jerez. So we're starting from pole position. I do feel really good here in Jerez, and I think, if I'm not mistaken, that this is the hardest difficulty, so I really hope we can get the job done here in one of my favourite tracks, which is Jerez. I love this circuit, I think it's brilliant, so let's see what we can do. We get a great start going into turn 1. Looks like Holgado is somewhere behind, but oh, there he is. He wants to go through, and I must reiterate, this was recorded before I did the Moto3 update, so unfortunately we are going to see some of the riders with older helmets or just bog standard helmets, so you'll have to wait till the next DrAce career mode race to have the latest and greatest Moto3 updates. Look at the speed Holgado got coming out to turn 4 to turn 5. Into the ponds corner. I think this is where Holgado, he did indeed. Very strong coming into the right hand side there. That Morera is behind us. And in this video, our only objective is to beat Tatsuki Suzuki. But you better believe I'm going to try and beat the rest of the competition. If you haven't seen the other videos, I'm about to spoil them now. So I would advise you to check out the other videos in my career mode. But feeling very, very strong. And for those who are here after winning not 1, but 2, but 3 races in the first opening part of the season, I feel good for a potential 4th here today in Jerez. It all depends on what that man can do there, because he was really the only person who challenged me for anything. In the free practice to the qualifying, and then here we are in the race in the first laps. He's still the only man trying to push us to the maximum. Diogo Morera behind us is slipping off. 0.5 of a second behind us is Morera, Masia and Suzuki. Nowhere to be seen. And this is the early stages of the Spanish GP as we fly up on the inside, going into the left-hand side for the Jorge Lorenzo. Corner of a hole! Holgado flew back up on the inside. Goodness me, classic Lorenzo-esque move from Holgado. Give him 3 more numbers and he would be the same number as the iconic Jorge Lorenzo. So onto the brakes. You can see the AI struggling with the brakes. This is the main reason that I was able to run 120% difficulty AI, because they just brake too early in certain occasions. I'm still sticking with power setting 2 for now, and if we need to, I'll bump it up to the 3rd power option. So on lap up 2 of 11 here, we've got a good chance of beating Holgado. I tell you what, look at the speed he gets out of turn 4. That's rapid. And I would probably say that's because the AI don't suffer with the acceleration lifting the bike up. Where here for us, oh my goodness, Holgado rocketing it out of Sito Pond's corner. He's up there 2nd. Yeah, there's no messing around now. It's power setting 3. It's time for the 3rd power option. Let's hope we can chase him down. So hard on the brakes we'll go. That's very late. Ooh. There's usually contacts and clatterings into the Dani Pedrosa corner, and we were about to see another. Little bit too eager upon that time, but 0.6 of a second separates us from the lead at this stage of the Grand Prix. Current lap times will be coming in soon, so I'm keen to see our early lap pace, and I'm very keen to see that man in front of us. He has pulled a second out of me already, or not even halfway through lap 2, I guess. Give or take, it's now about halfway in lap 2, maybe more. Morera's behind us by 0.5 of a second. Still the same top 8 as it was. Masia, Suzuki, Artigas, Yamanaka and Ortola. But I gotta be honest with you, I don't think I can contend with this. Holgado is so strong. And we're running the 3rd power option, and we've got the soft rear on, which I do feel quite good with. This is concerning, considering how quick he was going to turn 4 to the Sito Ponds corner. We could be in a difficult situation here. So Holgado does set the fast lap of the Grand Prix. It's a 1:48.135 for him. That was 0.7 of a second quicker than your current championship leader, who's right here in the 2nd position. Thus being DrAce. I can't believe that. 0.7. Are we going to lose all that time every time into the first sector from turn 1 to... Goodness me, he is. He's pulling away. Oh no. I really shouldn't have given him the break. We're in a situation now that we are running out of fuel. Thankfully, I don't have that horrible noise occurring when we run out of fuel, which is present in the new update. I gotta be honest with you. This is going to be tough. I'm going to try everything I can, going late on the brakes into the 6th corner. Really trying to push, but just not able to stay within range of Holgado. And this is very strange. It's not often you get this in MotoGP games, where one rider is just performing so well. Usually it's the player. This time it's Holgado. Brilliant performance right now. I'm going to try and give it everything I can to keep him within at least touching... forget about touching distance. We're 1.5 seconds behind. Come on, Matt. Pull your finger out. Go for it now. This is too big of a gap. You know, I've always said that you break the resolve with a rider in second place with that second advantage, but we're talking about almost 1.8 seconds. The man's on a mission. Holgado has said, alright then, Doctor, I'm fed up of you winning. It's my time to shine. In the back garden. The home Grand Prix for Daniel Holgado. At least it's not quite his home Grand Prix, but it's close enough. It's still Spain, isn't it? Of course. So onto the brakes as he again goes another 7/10 of a second quicker than what we did. I only found 3/10 there. So 1:47.7, 6.6 for Holgado right now. I'm trying to go back into power setting 2 to keep some fuel available. But I've got to be honest with you, this is looking like a very tactical chess match at 100 and what, plus miles an hour, 120 miles an hour? This is going to be a very difficult race. But the main thing is we are going to be guaranteed a podium regardless of our pace drops off. I think there's still a... I don't think there is actually. I'm looking at the graphic in the bottom left corner of the screen. There is not a gap from Moreira to Mastia to Suzuki to Artigas. There's a small gap somewhere, but I'd say that the bottom, well, 4 to 8, I'd say they're all right in there, battling for that third position. It would be great for our championship challenge if Moreira does slip by the wayside and not finish on the podium. But right now, we're still sticking in with Holgado. We're not taking time away from him. We're just keeping it close. And we're not even keeping it close, let's be honest. It's 1.8 seconds. Oh, no, it's 2 seconds now. That's the biggest lead anyone has had this season. Oh, in fact, I'm lying. Portimao, we did have a, what, 11, 12 second advantage? I can't remember what it was when we finished, but that was also on the hardest difficulty. This time around, the hardest difficulty is dominating. Absolutely dominating. This is going to be a tough video. It's going to be very difficult. We're going to give it everything we can as we come out to the final corner and get across the line. Let's hope we can at least take away a couple of tenths across the line. It's a 1:47.837, so I have got into the 1:47s. I've joined Holgado, but we're not quicker. And that is the deciding factor in this Grand Prix, because bear in mind, wow, we have taken 3/10 away from him, but this first split, first couple of corners from Michelin to turn 3 to turn 4, but going into Sito Pons, I can't compete. I cannot compete. I'm trying everything now. I'm going on the rumble strips. I'm trying everything I possibly can to chase down the number 96. He's pulled another 2, another 3, another 5/10 of a second. Holgado, are you mad? I can't compete with that. I need an esport player to take him down at this point. Lord Almighty. Deary me, I did not expect to have this difficult race ahead of us here in the Spanish GP. But I've never seen this before, never in MotoGP. Usually it's pretty close. You might get 1 or 2 riders to break away, but they're not breaking away like this. I am pushing with all of my might to stay within range of Holgado, and he is 2.5 seconds. Moreira, who is also pushing on the 120% difficulty AI, and he's down in third with 4.5 seconds behind. This is mad. I've never seen this before. It's like an online race. Like an online race is with the aces when you've got the fastest ones there. This is crazy. I'm no doubt really pushing now. I'm giving it everything, but we actually lost a significant amount of time there. Could we catch him up if I can stay consistent at 1:47s? I really don't think we could. It's 3 seconds. I think I'm going to have to concede. It's going to take a monumental effort at this point now to catch up to Holgado. Either that, or he has a mechanical. And I don't think that's possible anymore in these games. And I don't know how you guys felt about mechanicals. I'm going to start off a random debate here. But do you recall in MotoGP games when they had the mechanical issues where eventually your bike would just stop for no reason? Do you guys miss that? Or was that another feature that you guys probably turned off? Because I know as much as I liked the bike retrieval, a lot of people turned it off. And I think the main reason with that is simply because the AI didn't do it. And if it's going to be fair for the player, it needs to be fair for the AI as well, or vice versa. So, would have been nice to see that here, but I imagine a lot of people just turned it off. I remember speaking to a lot of the aces, and yeah, it's a thing that people turned off. Probably the mechanical ones as well. You may have had a mechanical, but you may have just restarted the race anyway. Not like the old Superbike games though, if you had a big crash, you would have an injury, and you were not able to restart the race. That was good. That was good, but yeah, a quick digression there as we get back to the action. I'm still trying. As you can see, we're losing about 1/10 of a second on this lap, and I've just completely abused Peliquet. That's absolutely a track limit warning. Another one of those, and it should be a long lap penalty, because that was just egregious. But I think I am running the tolerant version of the penalties, because sometimes you might just dip a wheel off, and I appreciate in real life that's penalty worthy. But sometimes in the game you make no advantage and they're still like finger wagging, it's a penalty. But yeah, unfortunately for this video I'm going to be just waffling on. So I do apologise. I hope you guys like my dulcet tones. If not, then you've probably already left. But if you are still here, thanks for watching so far. Definitely consider hitting the subscribe button, because of course I've got a lot of DrAce content to do. A lot of content on MotoGP, from the guides to the racing, to the career mode, to time trials, and of course, one of my favourites, the live GP. Now, I've not been able to record a live GP race since the Saxon Ring, and I do hope I can get back on. Had a nightmare the other day because I joined a session where there was no one there. I spent 10 minutes waiting and nobody joined the live GP. It was devastating. So unfortunately this time around I wasn't able to make a content for it for this weekend. But into the braking zone for turn 6. The corner formerly known as DrAce corner, still very much embedded into our mind for turn 6. I don't know why, because Danny Pedrosa is much more memorable and iconic than the DrAce corner. Yeah, I can't explain to you why I always think of DrAce, but yeah. We are now 6.5 seconds clear from Diogo Moreira, the KTM behind us, and 3.5 seconds ahead is Holgado, who is also the KTM, but this time ahead of us. And there's another track limit warning going into Peliquet. Just pushing. I'm pushing. I'm pushing and pushing and pushing. I can't say it enough. I just can't compete. Oh, that was almost another track limit warning, wasn't it? Look at that soft rear tyre. It doesn't want any more. Put him to bed, for goodness sake. That rear tyre is struggling. This could very well end up with, what, a 5-second advance to Holgado and possibly a 10 ahead of Moreira. This is not a Moto3 race. This is a Moto2 race. Unfortunately, we've had some pretty boring Moto2 races over the years, and yeah, this is very, very synonymous with some of those races. But I must confess, the biggest thing about stuff like this is having the concentration, the patience, and the determination to stay consistent for 11 laps. These are the difficult races. The Portimao one was a difficult race. Yes, I know I was leading by 10, 12 seconds almost, but that concentration, that constant churning it out, it's not easy. And when you see yourself getting into a bit of a rhythm, you start to slow down and make a couple of mistakes here and there. So we'll see if with that we can avoid that here today. But the gap is still hovering around 3.5 seconds. There's just nothing I can do. I'm really giving it everything I can. Just pushing, giving it. But I've got to be honest, I do feel good. I do feel really good with the Honda now. I do have a lap record for now in Losail. I don't know how long I'll keep it for. Shout out to Sergio23 and Sacred Meerkat for having a go. And so far I've still got it. So I'm hoping I am beginning to get really into the groove of Moto3. I think we've had some fantastic races so far. Especially the Argentina and especially the Circuit of the Americas. That was fantastic. It was just full-on carnage. It was brilliant. Loved it. Commentating it was even better than actually racing it, if you can believe. But it was just brilliant. And I don't doubt that Le Mans will be similar. There's always good racing in Le Mans every time I've played. Well, I say that sometimes there's been dominant races for myself. But I'm curious. Oh, Moreira! Diogo Moreira's binned it from 3rd position. His name is plummeting down the order. It does stop at 6th, but that's not a great look for Moreira. So we were talking about that gap potentially being over 10 seconds. It won't be to Moreira. It'll be to Jaume Masia. Has Holgado made a mistake? It does look like he's dropped a couple of tenths, because my lap time's, what, a 1:48.1? It's not that impressive, but it looks like we've closed in a bit. I mean, it's not enough to really get you excited about. As much as I would love to start chanting and screaming and getting hype, I don't think it's going to happen in this video. The gap's gone back up to 4 seconds. I've got to give my hats off to this guy here. The AI has done a stellar job here today. I can't fault it. Brilliant from Holgado. And I know when I've been beaten, and today is one of those days. And usually I get beaten against the aces online, and I know when I've been beaten there. But this time it's against the AI. And it's not often you get beaten by the AI. Well, considering you can adjust the difficulty. But into the right for the Angel Nieto corner for turn 9. I turn it back in for Pellequid for turn 10, as the voice is beginning to disappear on me, and I've still got 2 more videos to do today, but we'll manage. So it'll be into the final couple of corners. We will be starting the penultimate lap once Holgado gets across the line, and I really, really want to get one more lap in the 1:47. It's a big ask, and at this stage of the race, the tyres are dropping off pretty rapidly. I don't think I can. But I want to end the video on a high. I mean, there's still got to be positive about this one. I'm just a little bit disappointed it's not been very interesting for you guys to watch. If you are still here, I really appreciate that. I really do, and hopefully I've been able to keep you entertained. I put a lot of effort into the commentary and a lot of effort into these videos, so I do appreciate those who give that back and still watch and hit the like button, etc. So I appreciate you guys, I really do. But into the penultimate lap, we've brought the gap down to just 3 seconds. Can we get it to 2.5? I'm just like clutching at straws, asking for anything at this stage. We did get a 10-second advantage to Tatsuki Suzuki, so stick that up your pipe and smoke it. See what the Leopard Honda team think of that. Try and snub us off the factory team again, will you? I think not. Now, apparently, I completed my objective with Tatsuki-san, and I've now got to beat him again to get more packages or something from Leopard Honda, which I wasn't expecting, to be honest with you. I was expecting a new challenger, so I'm a little bit disappointed that Suzuki's still my current arch rival, but I've actually responded very well to Tatsuki-san, and I think I responded well to the majority of them, apart from Ryusei Yamanaka, who's, like, as I mentioned before, one of the nicest fellas in the paddock. So, almost another track limit warning. We're yet to do a long lap penalty within the Moto 3 season. But into the Crivier corner, we'll bring on the acceleration and turn it in. Oh, that looks tight. It did look a bit tight to Ferrari, and yeah, it didn't pay off. Oh, there's the track limit warning we were coveting. But into the left for the Lorenzo corner. This will be the penultimate time of us entering and exiting turn 13. Across the line, it is now a 3.5 second advantage to the number 96. Holgado has got this one signed, sealed and delivered. We're in second, 10.5 seconds clear from Jaume Masia, and a little bit more from his teammate Tatsuki-san just behind. So what a performance from Holgado. What an effort. We really tried there, and I'm still pushing. We've got plenty of fuel left. Let's go for it. It doesn't matter now. We're not going to crash. I know I'm not going to mess it up. I'm just focusing on trying to get a good lap time. We're still riding within ourselves. We don't want to be pushing over the limits because it's not the time to do it. You might be questioning why? It's because he's 3 seconds up the road. I would never give up if it was a second position by a couple of seconds or a couple of tenths. But right now, yeah, we have to let it go. So into the right hand side for turn 6, and apologies if you can hear the cat in the background. She's found her favourite toy. So into the left hand side for turn 7, keep it in nice and tight and get lined up straight for the left hand side for turn 8. Jorge Martinez Aspar corner beckons us for now. Had some good battles there with Johan Zarco in previous videos, especially in the MotoGP 21 campaign. It was really solid. But into Angel Neto corner. I'm not going to improve my lap time, but look at that effort. You can't fault the effort. That's one thing you can't fault is DrAce's effort. I always try. Daily videos, you name it. Always doing my best. Sometimes doesn't pay off, but we try. Holgado into the final corner then. He will win here today in our Moto3 career mode. Big praise to the Red Bull Tech 3 team. Across the line, Holgado wins, and we come home with a solid effort for second place. What an effort. And Jamamasya in third place. So guys, those are the results on the screen. Quite easy to see. It was a big gap from Holgado and Masya, but I'm pleased we played this on 120% difficulty and we got the second place. That's all that really matters. So let's have a look at the championship standings. Of course, mathematically we are still leading the way. There was no doubt about that, but Holgado has cut down the gap to 25 points. Moreira, after his mistake here today, drops down to third, 35 points behind. Now I am hoping that does tighten up as the season goes, and to be honest with you, I have no doubt that it will. But let's have a look at the Teams Championship as we end the video. Once again, Moto3 videos with the new update will be coming very, very soon, so stick around for more. So guys, thanks for watching the video. I do hope you watched and enjoyed. If you did, let me know in the comments section down below. I really appreciate you sticking around to this long of the video. So thanks for watching, guys. Like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video. Ciao for now. Oh hi, didn't quite see you there. Good to see you're still here. If this video didn't quite set your appetite, then why not watch some more DrAce content by clicking the video shown on screen now. Furthermore, if you would like to follow me on social media, you can do so now with the links down in the description. Consider subscribing so you don't miss a single DrAce video.